What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical average American here today to react and learn about 10 things not to do in Norway. Not to do. 10 things not to do. So I didn't realize I had to be scared here. I didn't realize if I journeyed to Norway, there was going to be a list of things that I should have known I should never do. Like, what are we even talking about here? Is this like social etiquette or laws that I'm going to break or what? I'm a little scared, but I also feel like I need to know the answer to this. Like, should I not say good afternoon past 3 p.m. to anyone, or I'll get arrested? Or you can't purchase apples in the winter? Like, I don't know what kind of weird stuff you're not supposed to do in Norway. And maybe it's a cultural thing, but my attention has been piqued. I am very interested, so let's see. 10 things not to do in Norway.
Have you ever wondered what it was like to live in the land of the Vikings?
Yeah.
Then grab your bag, hop on a flight, and prepare to be amazed.
Okay.
However, beware of these 10 things not to do while you're in Norway.
Okay.
Know before you go.
Okay. Okay.
1. Don't pack an umbrella.
Don't pack an umbrella. Why? Is it illegal? Are umbrellas illegal?
In Norway, the weather is highly unpredictable. Rain can be on and off all day from spring through to autumn. Of course, in the winter.
So, wouldn't you want an umbrella if the rain is unpredictable? Or you just wouldn't want to be carrying it around all the time because you wouldn't know? Or what?
It doesn't rain. It snows. Most people just wear raincoats and avoid having to open and close an umbrella every 5 minutes.
Oh, this is like a pro tip. This is like a tip. It's like, don't bother with the umbrella. It's just going to drive you crazy. Get on our level. Get a raincoat. Just stick the raincoat on all day, and it's good whether it's raining or not, because you're never going to know. Okay, that makes sense. This is helpful, actually. This is helpful.
Number 2. Don't expect to buy alcohol.
Don't expect to buy it. I mean, in America, in a lot of places, you can't buy alcohol on Sunday, but every other day. Don't try to stop an American from buying their alcohol. Americans freaking love alcohol. So maybe Norway would not get along with the average American. It wouldn't bug me too much, but what do you mean don't expect to buy it?
Back home, booze is available pretty much at any time in any supermarket. But in Norway, anything stronger than 4.7 degrees is regulated by the state and only sold through state-run Vinmonopolet shops and only at certain hours of the day.
Wow, that's interesting. I mean, that's not at all like it is in America. Americans would go crazy. We have access to alcohol in every grocery store, in corner stores, at all hours of the day, whatever we want. So it's kind of madness, but it's what we're used to.
Grocery stores and supermarkets are only allowed to sell weaker alcohol beverages before 8 p.m. on weekdays, before 6 p.m. on Saturdays, and not at all on Sundays.
Wow, yeah, that's much stricter than America. I wonder why that is. If it's just a cultural thing, everyone's just kind of like, alcohol's not good for you, it's probably for the best that we just regulate it. That kind of thought? Or is there another reason that I'm missing?
Number 3. Don't haggle.
Oh, yeah, Americans love to haggle. I mean, some people don't just because they don't want to seem like pushy or confrontational. But a lot of Americans are actually used to haggling, like trying to negotiate the price down kind of thing. Is that just considered extremely rude in Norway and you just don't do it?
If you've been to the Middle East or Asia, you might be used to being expected to lower the vendor's price by haggling. In Norway, it is not expected at all. Everything in Norway has a fixed price and you will only confuse people by trying to lower it.
I actually like that. I would like that. I don't want to haggle. I don't want to try to haggle. I hate it. I wouldn't want to attempt it. I'm probably bad at it. So I actually like that in Norway. It's just socially unacceptable to even do it. I like that.
Number 4. Don't use your hands.
What? What does this mean?
Sure, Norwegians love burgers and hot dogs.
Oh.
In fact, you'll find Norwegian pulsa almost anywhere.
Food. Americans use their hands on a lot of food that I never really thought about. I mean, you would be looked at strangely. People would think you were strange in America if you ate all your food with your hand. You know, there's like your soup and like your macaroni and cheese, just scooping up handfuls of it and eating it. So we don't do that. We like to use our hands when it's finger food. We call it finger food. Foods you pick up and eat, like burgers and fries and pizza, a lot of stuff.
Also try whale steak, pickled herring, or foricola. However, again, this is not the Middle East. Don't eat with your bare hands.
Oh, yeah, it is really more of a Middle Eastern thing, eating with your hands, isn't it? Like, they'd even eat rice with their hands, and that'd be normal. Okay,
It is not uncommon in Norway to even eat sandwiches with utensils.
That's weird. That would be weird. That's strange. I've never eaten a sandwich with fork and knife. Ever. Okay.
Number 5. Don't buy train tickets with cash.
What? What if you only have cash? I mean, like, I feel a lot of people in America have made the transition to using credit cards and electronic payment, but in a sticky situation, you can always use cash. So, in Norway, are you guys just completely electronic? Like, no cash anymore. We're doing this with the credit cards and stuff, everyone. Let's get on the same page kind of thing.
In small train stations, ticket vendors only accept coins or credit cards. There are no ticket offices.
Coins, okay. Because it's a machine, not a person. Okay.
Where you can buy them instead. If you only have a big note, buy your ticket from an on-board conductor. However, it will cost you about 25% extra.
Oh, okay.
Number 6.
I mean, I get it. In a lot of places in the U.S., they're turning to no cash. It's becoming kind of a way of life. But there's still going to be someone who uses cash, so I don't know.
Don't take a taxi.
Ever? Don't take a taxi? Americans love taxis and Ubers and all sorts of rental cars. Americans love to drive. We don't walk anywhere, ever. It's kind of funny because I know a lot of European places are accustomed to walking more, I think. Maybe Norway, people walk a lot. In America, no. No, you drive. You get a taxi. We love it.
Taxis are very safe in Norway, but they're also very expensive. From Gardermoen Airport to Oslo can cost from $60 to $150.
They're expensive. Well, isn't just the cost of living in Norway more expensive than other countries in general?
And the tariffs per kilometre vary depending on which city you're in and which taxi company you're using. It's a lot cheaper to travel by bus or metro.
Oh, look at this little thing. Is this a tiny little bus? Wow. That's kind of... I've never seen a car like this. It's kind of fun.
Number 7. Don't tip.
Don't tip. Man, I wish this was the same in America. Tipping. Americans have to tip. It's expected. You're considered very rude if you do not tip. And honestly, it's kind of weird because we know that the waiters and service people don't earn a very good wage. So you're expected to tip to make up for some of their pay, for some of their earnings. It's very strange. I don't care for it. A lot of people don't like the tipping culture, but it's definitely very common, totally expected everywhere in America.
The service charge will always be included in your bill, so you don't need to leave a tip. If you're especially happy with the service, however, you can leave a little something, but tipping more than 15% will make you look like you're just showing off.
So there's a service charge, whatever, if that's the tip, and it's just included automatically. So it's kind of like you're tipping every time, no matter what, even if the service was bad. See, that's the thing in America. We really do tip based on if we think the individual did a good job or not. It's actually pretty harsh. So I don't know how I would feel having to automatically tip someone, even if they did a bad job. Because sometimes people genuinely do a bad job. So I don't know. Maybe that's just the American in me.
Number 8. Don't wear shoes indoors.
Oh, tell me about it. Wait. I mean, inside of a home, people typically take their shoes off. But we keep our shoes on inside of buildings and restaurants, and anywhere you go in public, you keep your shoes on. Is that different in Norway?
Much like other Germanic countries, if you're invited to someone's home, remember to leave your shoes in the entrance. With so much snow and sand from the street, your outdoor shoes would make a mess.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, same exact thing in America.
Number 9. Don't get too close.
Are we talking about personal space here? Yeah. Some Americans don't seem to understand this, but most do. Give me my personal space, please. Don't get too close to me. But I do feel like it's probably pretty acceptable in America to get fairly close to people on the bus, in the grocery store, wherever you are in line, walking around. You can get pretty close to people, and it's pretty normal. So I wonder what the average, acceptable amount of space is for a Norwegian before they'd be uncomfortable.
Don't touch people or get too close when you talk to them, especially if you don't know them much, as it might make them shy away from you. They're not being rude, they just highly respect personal space. Also, don't make eye contact for too long. Norwegians can find this intimidating.
Americans want you to give eye contact, just not too much. So it's kind of similar, but if you don't give any eye contact at all in America, the person would think you're not paying attention or being rude or just acting like you don't care. So eye contact is important in America to do it, but not overdo it. So maybe it's kind of similar to Norway.
Number 10. Don't expect to see the Northern Lights.
No! No! Is this true? Or is it just really rare? This is like one of the this is one of the things, if not the thing, I would want to see in Norway. Northern Lights.
Don't stare at the sky expecting to see the Northern Lights everywhere you go. Just because you're in Norway doesn't mean you're going to see them.
Oh, yeah, I totally get that. You have to travel really far north, right? As north as you can go to try to see the Northern Lights, right?
Best time to witness the Aurora Borealis is from October to March. However, it's not guaranteed you'll see it even if you spend 2 weeks in the northern part of Norway.
Oh.
Where do you want to know what not to do in...
What? Wow, that's kind of sad that you could plan everything out perfectly and still go to Norway, try to see the Northern Lights, and just get unlucky, but I guess that's just how those things go. Guess you just have to spend a year in Norway. It's a good excuse to be able to stay even longer. So this was by Destination Tips. That was very nice. Very nice video. Okay. That was helpful. I was a little scared going into this video. Things not to do in Norway. But most of the things on this list actually seemed pretty reasonable, honestly. Some were just helpful tips, actually, like to wear a raincoat. That you can't buy alcohol, that's news to me. That you shouldn't haggle. What else was there? Taxis. The tip is included. That's a good one. That's a good one for Americans to remember. Don't need to tip. Personal space. And you might not see the Northern Lights. Yeah, this was a really random list, but I love that actually when the lists are really like random because you get like a huge sample size of things that you shouldn't do in Norway. And honestly, these are all things that you should know if you want to know, what Norway is like. So I actually really enjoyed that a lot. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like or leave a comment. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway, Norwegian culture, things, places, stuff I've never seen, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.